No. No. Oh, hi everyone. Sorry, you've caught me unprepared. See, I've been uneasy about simple ways, and I want to go into this with the proper protection. No. The strange thing is that my concern has nothing to do with the episode itself. Hey, what are you doing here? I have a stigma when it comes to fandoms and love triangles. All because of Digimon. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Because when giant monsters are battling over the fate of two worlds, naturally the first question that people ask is, who is gonna hook up? By the second season, the show featured 8 heroes and 4 heroines. So you can bet people butted heads over which couple was better. And even with the recent flame wars in the Brony community, nothing seems to stack up against the backlash from Digimon 02's finale. Now, while I sound like I'm casting judgment on the fan base, I fell into the same trap. I argued for the couples I liked and personalized the conflict way too much. Until one day when I looked back and realized that arguing over a fictional romance is a waste that takes all the fun out of being a fan. If you like the idea of 2 characters finding romance, enjoy. Just keep in mind that other fans will disagree, and their choice doesn't make your enjoyment any less valid. Hey, how long has this been here? Anyway, Simple Way's initial summary painted this as a love triangle with Rarity, Applejack, and a newcomer. So let's see how this plays out. Oh dang, I can't move.
Who's a silly pony?
You're a silly pony.
Who is?
You is Applejack.
Bumping into gates and knocking over fences. Who is?
You is Applejack.
Isn't it funny how a past episode can influence another? After Rainbow Dash reaffirmed her loyalty to Ponyville, many fans cried foul on her leaving every pony with discord. And Power Pony's message that Spike is a valued member of the team makes following episodes feel a little awkward given that he does little to nothing or gets ignored. Here, however, a past episode helps smooth things out. I had no trouble with Pinkie Pie's confidence that she'd be the pony of ceremonies for generic festival number 203, or that she was getting a swelled head over it. And because of Pinkie Pride's moral, I also had no trouble that she accepted Rarity's election to the role without losing excitement. Although this episode did call back to a continuity issue that fans share.
Ponyville Day celebrates the founding of Ponyville, and she was right there.
Ponyville was started by Earth ponies, so for hundreds of years they've never used magic to clean up winter.
Well, fret not, my fellow fans, for I have a headcanon that will fix everything. Granny Smith is a Highlander.
I am immortal. I have inside me blood of kings. I have no rival.
You're welcome, Internet! Rarity wants to bring some elegance to Ponyville with a small-town chic theme. And on just these elements, you could have an episode where Pinkie still wants to help but doesn't grasp the concept of chic. Or Rarity encounters resistance from the town ponies who aren't willing to step outside their comfort zone. Or maybe Rarity herself has to realize how much she can demand from Ponyville's residents and learn a lesson in flexibility. So I had a mixed feeling about the introduction of another element, Rarity's crush on high society icon Trenderhoof. It's not a bad thing, I just think the show had plenty of options to make a great episode within the first 3 minutes. Though Trenderhoof is an interesting addition to the mix. Seeing as how this show is aimed at girls, male characters don't get a lot of fleshing out. Generally speaking, they're either stupid, evil, stupidly evil, and Spike. Otherwise, they're either background ponies with no characterization or they're kept safely generic so the audience can project their own ideas. Trenderhoof is a surprisingly diverse personality, although he's more underplayed than a lot of characters we've seen. He makes a living by writing about unknown venues that usually become cultural revolutions. So I think it's safe to assume that he doesn't change his opinion just to fit with the group. And with that credibility comes the kind of ego we've seen in other Canterlot ponies.
I take the mundane, the simple, the unappreciated, and I make it relatable.
Ooh, I see what you did there. So while he might be full of himself, he's actually better than a lot of the upper class ponies we've seen. He doesn't look down on other ponies simply because they're not Canterlot. Yet at the same time he's viewing them as a tourist, and his writing could be seen as turning subcultures into entertainment sets, which isn't exactly a foreign concept to American entertainment.
You know, I have such respect for the work ethic of Earth ponies.
That's racist!
Yeah, I gotta tackle this because it is something that's rattled a lot of fans. I do see how Trenderhoof's comment could be seen as racist against Earth ponies. Yet I think it has more to do with the fact that Trenderhoof is a product of Canterlot culture. Seeing as how the capital is built into the side of a mountain, great real estate choice by the way, I'm guessing they don't have a lot of farms. So when Rarity shows Trenderhoof farmland, he's swept up in something new and different, and he seems to project this onto Applejack, seeing the idealized lifestyle and not the individual. Heck, even Fancy Pants, the best unicorn in Canterlot, viewed Rarity's friends as a quaint accessory, calling them
charmingly rustic.
It's part of the Canterlot culture and not too far off from real-world perceptions. So no, I don't think he's racist, and as we see later, he learns a lesson and improves. Even if we never see him again, I was glad that he was a character with positive and negative traits, and not the second coming of Prince Blueblood. I'm Silver-Quill, thanks for watching.
Watching all the rosy apples, whoops, there goes another.
Oh right, this is a Rarity and Applejack episode. Boy, did I get sidetracked. But that's okay, because this story doesn't have a lot of twists and turns. Trenderhoof starts fawning over Applejack, and Rarity takes this pretty hard as she has a very relatable flaw. Some folks like to script out future events in their head, limiting their flexibility when reality comes around. I think Rarity's friends realize this as they all look like they know she's going to be disappointed again. And I think this is true for Spike as well. He takes the whole thing in stride and actually gets back to being a fun character without relying on slapstick. Well, not as much slapstick. Maybe our little dragon is getting some maturity. Or he knows that Trenderhoof isn't a threat. Or the writers dropped the ball on that score. You, the viewers, decide. What works so well about Rarity's downfall is that it's gradual. She tries to win Trenderhoof's affections and fails. So she tries to imitate Applejack while still adding her own flair. And that fails. And so when she loses it and starts trying to be 100% authentic without any idea of what that really means, I believe it. Though I have to say Applejack is incredibly patient with both Trenderhoof and Rarity. And that's why she's my second favorite. No matter who she's interacting with, she provides a steady platform for the others to launch off into the deep end. And help pull them back by... What the... This may be the first time that Applejack has stolen the show. Funny thing about AJ is that I've always hoped that we'd see her step out of farm life, if only for a moment. Unlike Rarity, Applejack has genuinely tried to adapt to a different lifestyle, and in the end, she chose farm life. I'm not saying that was a bad move, yet being a farm pony is part of her character, it shouldn't define her character. So I've wondered if there wouldn't be something to tempt her out of her comfort zone enough to try something new and face the uncertainty that comes with that. This is not that wish fulfilled, yet it's nice to see Applejack remembers enough about Manhattan to both satirize and imitate Rarity. And it works! One mudsling later, we see Rarity snap back to her senses, and learn that Applejack is a pretty skilled thief.
Oh, it's, one of yours.
And Rarity repeats this lesson to Trenderhoof, who seems genuinely embarrassed by his behavior and later shows a nice sense of charm. And while this episode may not be as memorable as others, it's still fun. Friendship is Magic's strength lies in character interaction. Even if the plot has predictable elements, the journey is made fun by seeing Rarity and Applejack play off one another, and they are such a strong contrast that I enjoy the ride. And since this is a Valentine's Day themed episode, I'd like to share some love I've been getting from the community. Fan art. I can't express how incredible it is that people would devote time and energy to my character. It's a great compliment and gift. So thanks to everyone who subscribed, commented, offered a thumbs up, or put forth fan art, and I hope that my future works will continue to... wow. Really making me live up to that whole enjoy your favorite ship moral, aren't you? Well, it's all in good fun, and it's not like he's standing just off screen, isn't he?
It only took one look from your amazing eyes for me to realize you are the one.
I am more afraid now than I was when I thought you were trying to kill me. I'm Silver-Quill, thanks for watching.
Boy, I was done. It was love at first sight.